Hi everyone, welcome to the session of CNC, Cellular Mobile Communication. In this class, we will discuss about the topic that is OFDMA. OFDMA means Orthogonal Frequency Division Multiple Access. So before going to know about OFDMA, we should know about what is FDM, what is OFDM, what is OFDMA. So if you know the difference between FDM, OFDM, and it is better to understand the access, multiple access, that is OFDMA. Okay, so before going to know about OFDMA, we should learn about FDM and OFDM. Okay, so first one is FDM. So FDM means frequency division multiplexing. FDM means frequency division multiplexing. So it is a multiplexing method used to divide a channel into many non-overlapping subchannels. So it is a multiplexing method. Frequency division multiplexing means it is a method. In this method, the channel, this method is used to divide the channel into many overlapping subchannels. The channel or the frequency is divided into number of channels or subchannels. Okay. So here the frequency is divided into number of subchannels or subfrequencies. Okay. So FDM allowed to share multiple users on one single link. FDM allows to share multiple users on one single link. So we know multiplexing. What is meant by multiplexing? We have n number of inputs and we have one single output. Okay, so in a similar manner, in FDM, that is frequency division multiplexing, it allows multiple users. We have more number of users are more, but we have a single link. So that is multiple users uses only one single link in order to transmit the data or information. Okay, so that is about frequency division multiplex. Okay, so here this figure represents multiplexer or frequency division, one of the multiplexer. So here we have number of users, and the number of users uses a single link in order to transmit the data. Okay, so here we have more number of or multiple users. Multiple users send the information using a single link. So the multiple users share one single link. Okay, so that is about multiplexing. And next here, a guard band or a narrow frequency range. A guard band can also be called as a narrow frequency range. It is inserted between adjacent subchannels so that different signals travel separately and simultaneously without interfering with each other. So here the frequency is divided into number of subfrequencies, or the channel is divided into number of subchannels. So here in between the channels we have inserted a guard band, or we can also call it as narrow frequency range. So if you see the figure, so we have number of channels. So here we have number of channels. So the channels are separated by a guard band, or the channels are separated by a narrow frequency range. So why we are inserting this guard band? So this guard band is used to eliminate the interference between the channels. Okay, so that is the point here. So a guard band or a narrow frequency range is inserted between the adjacent subchannels so that different signals can travel separately and simultaneously without interfering with each other. Okay, that is the purpose of using guard band. Okay, so here by the use of this guard band, the bandwidth increases. That means we are using higher bandwidth. Okay, so that is the drawback of this method. So in the FDM technique, we are inserting some guard bands. That is nothing but an RF frequency range. We are separating the channels by using the guard band to eliminate the interference. But by the use of this guard band, the bandwidth increases. We are using more number, that is highest bandwidth. Okay, but we should use lowest bandwidth in order to transmit the data. That is the efficient. Okay, so this is the problem in FDM. So that's why we go for OFDM. OFDM means orthogonal frequency division multiplex. OFDM means orthogonal frequency division multiplex. So it is a very popular multiplexing method. So it is also a multiplexing method and it is popular and used for many latest wireless technologies. or telecommunication standards, such as we are using this method or OFDM technique in Wi-Fi, such as 802.11 AC, in 4G technology, in 5G cellular phone technologies, and in WiMAX, and in satellites, and in many other uses. So OFDM is a very popular multiplexing method, and it is used for many latest wireless technologies or telecommunication standards. Okay. So in OFDM, the subchannels are closely spaced. So not only no broadband between them, but actually they are overlapped. So in OFDM, also we have more number of subchannels, and these subchannels are closely spaced to each other. There is no broadband. Okay. So, but they are actually overlap. They are actually overlap. So here, with the same available bandwidth, OFDM would allow more data transmission than FDM. So here, if you see the figure, this is the figure. In this figure, figure A represents the FDM, figure B represents OFDM. So in FDM technique, we have more number of channels, and these are called subchannels. And these subchannels are separated by some broadband. Okay, and by this method, we are using highest bandwidth. Okay, so this is the drawback of this OFDM method. So sorry, FDM method. So then we go for OFDM. In the OFDM method, the channels are closely spaced to each other. So if you see the figure, there is no broadband, and the subchannels are closely spaced to each other. Okay. So, but here the problem is, so here the point is, what is about the interference? So here that means if you see the figure, the subchannels are closely spaced to each other. There is no broadband. So if there is no broadband, then what about the interference? That is the point. So we will discuss here. And next, by the use of OFDM method, it allows more data transmission. That is same available. That means here we are using more bandwidth in order to transmit the data. But here we are using less bandwidth because here the subchannels are closely spaced to each other. Okay. And next, here suppose we are considering 3 different signals to send the information or a single channel or one shared channel. Okay, so here we are considering 3 different signals or 3 users. Okay, and those 3 signals, that is, we have 3 different signals to send over one shared channel. That means 3 users send the information using a single channel. So we have 3 signals representing with 3 different colors, blue, red, and green. Okay, so let us consider these 3 signals are transmitted by 3 users or a single link. Okay, so OFDM would combine them closely together in a way they are orthogonal to each other. So when we are transmitting this information, so in the OFDM method, that is in the orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, these signals are combined closely to each other. That is, these signals would combine closely together in a way they are orthogonal to each other. That means we are representing with different colors. And what is meant by orthogonality here? So if you see the figure, in the 3 signals, when the signal reaches its peak, the highest point and the other 2 neighbors at the highest point of one signal, the other 2 neighbors are at the 0 point or at null position. Okay, so here we are considering 3 signals. We may consider n number of signals, but in order to get some better understanding, so here we are taking 3 signals. So if you take 3 signals or 3 users, when the 3 users send the information, or when the signal that is at the transmitter, these signals are combined to each other. So what is meant by orthogonality? So here, when the signal reaches its peak, the other 2 neighbors are at the null position. So if you see the figure, here this is the red color signal. So if it is at the peak position, at this position, the other 2 signals are at null. So that is, violet color is at null position and blue color is also at null position. Okay, and similarly, if you take this signal, if it is at highest position, the remaining 2 neighbors, that is the other red color and violet color signals are at null positions. And if you take some violet color, if it is at peak position, the other two signals are at null position. So here, by taking this orthogonality, so that is orthogonal means signals are multiplexed. So here the signals are combined in such a way that peak of one signal occurs at one position, and at that peak of one signal, the other two signals are at null positions. So that means by the use of this orthogonality, we can send the information. We can send the information. That is about OFDM. So difference between FDM and OFDM is, in FDM, we have that is, we are using highest band. Whereas if you go for OFDM, we are using less band. That means we are combining all the signals. We are combining all the signals. Those signals are closely spaced to each other. There is no God band. But in case of FDM, there is a God band. But here, even though there is no God band, we are using some orthogonality function. Here, orthogonality means if one signal is at peak position, the other signals are at null positions. Okay. So by the use of this orthogonality, we can send the signals without any interference. Okay. So that is the point. So at the receiving end, so here this is the case at the in the transmitting end. This is the case in the transmitting end, and at the receiving end we have some demodulator. The demodulator would separate them based on their orthogonality feature. Okay, so at the demodulator also we are separating the signals. That is, the reverse operation is performed at the demodulator. So the demodulator separate them based on their orthogonality feature or function. So OFDM would better utilize the available bandwidth, thus offering higher data transmission than FDM. So here we are using lowest bandwidth. That is, there is a better utilization of bandwidth. So thus we are offering highest data transmission compared to the FDM. Okay, so that is the difference between FDM and OFDM. And next one is OFDMA. So OFDMA means orthogonal frequency division multiple access. OFDMA means orthogonal frequency division multiple access. So it is a feature of Wi-Fi 6.802.11x. So that allows access points to serve multiple clients at the same time. So this is the point we have to remember. So in a OFDMA technique, it allows the access points to serve multiple clients at the same time. That is, multiple clients are served at the same time. So in this case, in the OFDM, a single client will be served at a time. In OFDM, a single client will be served at a time. Okay. But whereas in case of OFDMA, multiple clients are served at the same time. Okay. So that means here we can transmit a single signal at a time, or that is the point. And here, in this case, multiple clients or multiple users are served at the same time. So OFDMA follows a set of rules created for the transmission of data. So here it follows some set of rules in order to transmit the data between more than one terminal. So that is such as a computer or phone or a wireless transmission medium or wireless network. Okay, so it follows some set of rules in order to transmit the data between more than one terminal, that is more number of devices, that is a computer or a phone or a transmission medium. So OFDMA is a multi-user version of OFDM. We know OFDMA serves multiple users at a time. So that allows multiple users to share the available bandwidth and transmit simultaneously. In this case, multiple users can share the bandwidth or they can transmit the signals simultaneously. Okay, so this is the difference between OFDM and OFDMA. OFDM is 802.11 AC. OFDMA is 802.11x. So here a single client will be served. If you observe the figure, a single client will be served. That is the blue color. Okay, but in this case, multiple users can be served, or multiple users can send their information at a time. Whereas in this case, a single user can transmit his information at that time. Okay, that is the difference. And this is the representation which represents the signals that is the signals difference between OFDM and OFDM. And here we have the figure. So this figure represents the difference between OFDM and OFDM. So here we are considering three users: user 1, user 2, and user 3. And here in OFDM, at a time, single user can transmit. That is user 1. User 1 is in blue color. This is in light violet color. This is light ash color. This is ash color. So this user 1 can transmit their information or his information at this particular time. That is user 1, user 1, user 1, user 1. And next, after user 1 can after the completion of user 1, user 2 can transmit the information. And after user 2 completed, user 3 can transmit the information. That means at a time, one user can transmit the information in OFDM. So whereas in OFDMA, if you see the figure, this is a time. So at a time, we have more number of users. So that means more number of users can transmit their information at a single time. So that is if you see the figure. So here, this is user. Let us consider this is user 3, user 2, user 1. So that is at a time, user 1, user 2, user 3 can transmit their information. Similarly, in this case also, user 1, user 2, user 1, user 2, user 3, again user. So at a time, more number of clients can transmit their information. But in this case, at a time, only a single user can transmit his information. Okay, so that is the difference between OFDM and OFDMA. Okay, so here our intention is, in order to get the better understanding of OFDMA, we should refer FDM and OFDM. So in FDM, we have, that is, the frequency is divided into subchannels. That is, the channel is divided into subchannels, and those channels are separated by some baud band. That is, we are using more, that is highest band. That is the drawback of OFDM. That will be overcome in case of OFDM. In OFDM, the bandwidth is limited. That means we can use a limited bandwidth in order to transmit the more information. That is, we can transmit highest data, or we can transmit highest information in a small bandwidth. Okay, so there is no baud band also. By the use of orthogonality feature, we are transmitting the signals. But in case of OFDM, a single client can transmit his information at a time. So coming to the OFDMA, in OFDMA, here more number of clients can transmit their information at a particular time. Okay, so that is the difference. So in OFDMA, that is the point. In OFDMA, at a given time, a single user gets the full bandwidth independent of packet size. Each device waits its turn to transmit. So that is, at a given time, a single user can transmit their information, and he waits. That is, user 1 should wait until he get a chance. Okay, and in case of OFDMA, at a given time, multiple users share the available bandwidth. That is, at a given time, multiple users can transmit their information. Okay, so that is the difference between FDM, OFDM, and OFDM. Okay, thank you.